going to be creating stickers for car freshener labels, car freshener packets, I should say. We're going to be designing in Photoshop, which is what you see here. I'm going to measure my canvas at 2 by 1. And we're going to get started. One of the first things I do is pull in my logo and place it where I want it to go. So I'm just going to go to File, Place, and I am going to find that logo and put it in. There we go. So we're going to size that down and move it around a little bit, center it, get it real centered, and then we'll continue on. This is going to just be a car freshener label, so the next thing I'll do is just type in the word car freshener as a title. As of right now, it's just the color. It was white, so what I did was switch out the color to pink so that we can see it, and then we'll do some changing up the color once we get it all done. Just gonna go ahead and resize it, place it where I want it to go, and then we'll bring up the blending options for that and get the color changed to something else. What I'm doing here is just pulling in a color from the logo, just so that the colors all stay together and all match. I'm not sure right now whether or not I use a white background or if I'm going to change up the color a little bit. So as of right now, we'll just leave it at pulling in colors from the logo. I'm going to add is my website. That way the customers will know where to reorder from, where to order from, where to get these from. So I'm just going to plug in my website right here under the car freshener title. Going to get that resized as well, and then we're going to pull up the blending options for it and change the color for it as well. I think I'll go with black for this one. Another thing that can be added, it's just a bit extra, but you can put in a QR code. Just so that customers can have something they can scan and go directly to your website to order this item. You can do a free QR code website to pull up a QR code. All you're doing is plugging in the website or whatever it is that you want that QR code to direct to, and basically download the QR code. It forms the QR code for you and sends it either to an email that you have on file, or it just downloads it directly to your computer, as it will do here. So you just pull it up, it's going to generate that code, and that box actually has to stay open for it to generate the code. So I'm going to click that again, the download button again, and let it download fully, and it'll just download to my computer. There's a photo of your QR code. It downloads right to the download folder. So once you go back to your Photoshop, you just click File, Place, find it in the download folder, and place it inside of your canvas. Right now we're using a white background, but if you are using like a colored background, one thing you'll want to keep in mind is that that QR code did not download as a PNG, so it has that white box around it. There is a simple way to get rid of that. You'll just go to remove BG, remove .bg to remove the background of the photo. Gonna upload it as we would anything else, plug it in, and download a copy of it without the white background. So what we did was we went back up to File, Place, and added it back in. We'll added the new one without the background in and deleted the old one out. I'm gonna size that back down, place it there, and we have a QR code without the background. The item you may want to add, I normally do mine separate, but you can add it on the label as well, and just add the name of the scent that you'll be using on the car freshener. Sometimes, well, what I used to do is I used to create a separate label with just the scents on there, so that I have a bunch of labels with all my contact information, and then a separate label with a bunch of different scents. So all I have to do is just go and pull which scent it is and stick that label on the car freshener packet. But for this tutorial, I am going to just place the scent right here on the label. It makes it a little bit easier, less paper that has to be used, and just more work because you'll have to go in and change it for every scent that you have. I decided that I want to go ahead and add a background to this, so we're going to do it, give it a gradient effect, and I'm going to make it a pinkish color just to add a pop of color. There you have it. This is our completed car freshener. What I'm going to do is file, save it as a PDF, and then I'll go back in and resave it as a PNG. And that way I can take my PNG copy and pull it over into my design space and cut this using my Cricut machine. So in Design Space, we're just going to create a new canvas. We're going to upload that photo, the PNG photo, and place it in. And once I get it in there, I'm going to resize it. It does have to be resized because anything pulled over from Photoshop will it stays with the same ratio proportion, but it will come in a whole lot bigger than what I need. So what I'm going to do is resize that down to 2 by 1, and then I'm going to go ahead, click make, and get this cut. Thank you all for tuning in, and have a good day.